guys, it's Dan from KTEC Racing, and behind me you will see that we have a non-Renault Sport car, and I apologise in advance, and I'm so sorry to our Renault Sport followers, but this is actually our Hyundai i30n that we have in today. And this is in for a few days with us. It's having a lot of work to it. It's had our KTR high pressure fuel pump, which is in the link below if you ever want one. It's the uprated version, so it's good if anybody suffers high pressure fuel pump issues. That will solve it for you, or if you're running more power, you need the high pressure fuel pump as well. So that's had that on. And this is a facelift, a pre-facelift in fact, car, and it's having a facelift turbo fitted to it, which has got bigger internals, and it's just bigger and better, and it gets more power basically. So we've swapped that around for the customer as well. And then it's also going to be having our product development of our KTR intercooler kit. So that's going to be going on very shortly. As you can see, it's still got the standard one on. So we're going to be putting that on in a sec. Once that's done, it's going on the dyno. It's already been on the dyno before. It's made, I think it was making just shy of 300 horsepower. It's going back on the dyno for some custom calibration, and we're hoping that it makes a really healthy figure. So in this video you'll be able to see the build that the guys have done, and you'll also be able to see the custom calibration and the dyno runs that we're going to be doing on this customer's car. So please remember to subscribe and like this video for more Hyundai content and Renault Sport content as well. So as you can see, we've now got the i30n on the dyno, and got to share some really interesting facts here. Obviously when we custom tune, we use data logging devices to look at all the analytics of how the car is performing on the dyno before we start pushing it. Now this has just got the hardware modifications on that we've just done. So the turbo, our KTR intercooler, and it's really interesting having a look at the logs now available to us. So we're using a really good tool called B-Flash, which is one of the many tools that does this. Auto Tuner also does it as well, but we've got both. B-Flash is great because of the logging capabilities on it as well. So we've just literally put this back on the dyno. It's made another like 25 horsepower and a load more torque, like 50 newton meters of torque, just from putting those modifications on. Not even mapped in properly yet. Obviously it's already got a previous tuning, so we're just doing the tuning now on it. But looking at the logs is really interesting. So as you can see here, we've got the run basically that we've just done on the dyno. So this is obviously going up to red line right at the top there. Along here we can add in loads of different things to look for, such as throttle position, boost pressure, high pressure fuel pump, etc, etc. One thing that we were very interested in looking at is the intake air temperatures. And that then gives you that there on the screen, the green sort of area, and along here is your degrees. So when you started the run, it's at 14.5 degrees, which is really nice and cool. It actually dips down to just under 12 during the run, and then at red line it's around 15 degrees, which is absolutely brilliant. So a really poor intercooler would perform at well over 25, 30 plus degrees. And we've seen these stock intercoolers hit that when we're doing dyno runs. So for our intercooler to be working this efficiently is really, really good to see. Another thing we'll have a look at is also the fuel rail pressure. And as you can see, that's obviously there. There's no dips in there. We're really happy with how that's looking as well. Another thing that we will be looking at is catalytic temperatures. Now this car in particular hasn't had any downpipe work done to it. It's just had the flexi, so it's still got the standard catalytic converter in. And as you can see here, this dark blue is the temperature just after the cat, and right at red line we're hitting sort of 745 degrees, which is getting really hot. Anything 750 plus is quite dangerous, and we'd actually start looking at maybe backing that back off a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see with the tune on how hot that's getting, and that's a recommendation for the customer, is to look at a sports cat or even a D-cat pipe. That's obviously if they're using it on track and not on the road. Sports Cat will keep it nice and legal. So yeah, we can see the data in there. This is why it's always best to bring your car to a performance centre that can data log and will look and take time to look at data like this, because if you just take it and get it flashed somewhere else, they might not be looking at all of this data, and there might be something going wrong with your car, and that will cause a catastrophic incident or engine failure with your car. So this is really, really good to look at. So we're just going to finish the map file now, all custom written in-house by us, and we're going to put that into the ECU and see what power it makes. Right, so we've just wrote our custom file in. We're just going to see what power it makes now. We're going to also log the vehicle again on B-Flash. So yeah, so excited to see what this car will make. So we've just finished obviously tuning this. We've made a couple of file revisions now, and the end result is absolutely brilliant. We think we've got a tiny bit of clutch slip just due to the amount of torque that this is running. We can see that, and we can see it and feel it on the dyno as well. But this is making 518, 519 newton meters of torque. And the power is 376.8, so just under 377 horsepower as well. So this thing is going to fly on the road, and it's great to see obviously what it came in with power wise. You know, it came in running just under 300 horsepower. With the bolt-ons it made 325, and then with a custom tune it's ended up with just shy of 400 horsepower really. So just shows how capable these cars are. Customer's going to be absolutely over the moon with this. We're just going to road test it now, and customer's coming to collect it tomorrow. So overall, great job done by the guys on this, and really excited to see some more i30Ns very soon in our workshop.